Montgomery and Dorsey Levens here with you to put a bow on another head-scratching weekend in the ACC. With Saturday's headlines, and the biggest story comes from the biggest game, Georgia Tech knocking Clemson from the ranks of the unbeaten. Stop grinning.
I can't help it.
And tell me how they did it.
They did it with great defense. Defense stepped up, had a great game, pressured Taj Boyd all day, forced him into 2 interceptions. On the flip side of that, the offense, the triple option, got it working again, did a great job, execution. Tevin Washington lit it up, 176 yards on the ground today.
All right, well, this game obviously changes things on the national landscape for Clemson, but when you look at the divisional races, it had a pretty big effect as well. Wake Forest all of a sudden still alive even after dropping to North Carolina thanks to Clemson's loss. They're just a game behind. Florida State, meanwhile, don't sleep on them. They're still hanging around. They've won 3 in a row. Now over in the Coastal, Georgia Tech right back in it, a game behind Virginia Tech, who didn't look great today, Dorsey. What's your feeling now in that division?
It's still up in the air. It's a big game next Thursday night, November 10th on national TV. Virginia Tech travels to Atlanta to face Georgia Tech. Big game. I think the winner of that game is going to win the Coastal.
What about the Atlantic?
The Atlantic, I thought Clemson was going to run away with it, but with them losing today and Wake Forest losing, they got a big game in 2 weeks on November 12th to find out who's going to win the Atlantic.
All right, let's look at some of Saturday's news and notes. And how about E.J. Manuel? Career high 25 completions to go with 321 yards, 2 touchdowns in their win versus NC State, their 3rd straight, as I mentioned. A day of the quarterbacks to some regard. Bryn Renner tops 300 yards through the air for the first time in his career. 338, 3 touchdowns in the win versus Wake Forest. Another North Carolina Tar Heel on our list here, Giovanni Bernard. 154 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 receiving in that win versus Wake Forest. He's 35 yards shy of becoming the first Tar Heel to run for 1,000 yards since Jonathan Linton back in 1997. Now, as good of days as all those guys had on the list that I just mentioned, they weren't good enough to get Dorsey Levens' game ball. I wonder who that is.
You know who it is? It's Rolandon Finch out of Boston College. Huge day today filling in for Montel Harris. 39 carries, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
243 and 2 touchdowns.
243, a great day. Those are the kind of days that running backs dream of.
Those are Dorsey Levens type numbers. That's why you watch a game like Boston College, Maryland. You never know what you're going to get. BC's first conference win of the year, so congratulations to them. Congratulations to you for making it through another week with me.
I made it.
Week 9.
Man, incredible.
Dorsey Levens, Montgomery. We'll catch you next time.